Hey playa, now that you're heading back to school, you might be encountering several new girls that you've never seen before, and girls that you've never looked at in a romantic way. So now you might be asking, well, how do I approach them? How do I talk to them? And how do I ask them out, even if I don't know them? Well, I'll go over that in this video right after this.
This is the Josh Speaks, you're watching the Josh Speak.
Throughout the summer, you were probably doing things like hanging out with friends, playing video games, going on adventures, and other fun stuff, which is probably what the girl you like here was doing too. And just because you don't really know her that well, doesn't mean you can't start a conversation about summer break. Everyone did something over the summer, and it might just be the easiest thing to start talking to someone about. Here's the thing, guys. Talking about past experiences are an easy way to start a conversation. You can always say something like, "Hey, I'm Josh. You're new here, right? Cool. Did you do anything fun over the summer before you started school here?" By setting up a framework where she can talk about her past experiences, what she did over the summer, what her previous school was like, it makes it easier for her to open up and connect with you. Now, if we're talking about someone that's completely new to your school, you can always offer to give them a crash course on how things go there. Show them where the lunchroom is, tell them which teachers are boring, or just share any general tips that can help make their new school experience a lot easier. I know that deep down, the idea of approaching someone that's totally new to you can make you feel nervous, but the truth is, if you don't approach them, eventually someone else will. This exact thing happened to me in college with a girl I liked. When I started a new class, there was a girl that was sitting a few rows ahead of me that I liked, and I just never had the courage to go talk to her. Eventually, some other guy did, sat next to her, started talking to her, and eventually they started going out, and they sat in front of me. I talk more about it in the video I linked over here. But what do you do if you're both new to the school? You're both strangers, you don't know anyone, you don't know each other. How do you kind of approach that situation when you're all by yourself? Putting aside for the moment all the things that might make you feel nervous or scared about starting at a new school, you can always remember that you and her are both approaching this brave new world together. When two people are starting something together, it really helps to find someone to form a bond with so that you don't have to go through that experience all by yourself. So what do you say to start that conversation? Well, I would say something like this. "Hey, I'm Josh. I'm new here and I'm still trying to figure things out just like you. So can I get your number so that maybe I can reach out to you in case I have any questions, or we can try to work through this together?" Keep in mind, asking for someone's phone number or Snapchat or Instagram might not be something you want to do initially in the first conversation. It all depends on where you stand and how comfortable you feel around them. The goal here really goes beyond just asking them out. It really comes down to forming a deep bond and connection with them that you can feel you both share. I know your mind might be pulling you towards the, how do I ask her out? What are the exact things I need to say to ask her out? Peace. But I think it's much more complex than that. I can tell you what to say for every part of the conversation, but we run into two problems. One, it's not genuine. It's not really your words. It's not said in your own way. And two, does it fit the context of the situation? I can say things, but doesn't mean that you two are moving along and progressing in a positive way. What you should aim for is finding someone that you're attracted to and can deeply connect with. And because this is a new girl at your school, there's unlimited potential and possibility there for you to discover. And if you keep going back to the thought of, but I'm too nervous to even look at her or talk to her, I totally get where you're coming from. Check out the video I did over here on how to build your confidence, but there's also something that's really important that I want you to know. If you like that new girl at your school, don't approach her with the intention of being just friends, because all you're doing is setting yourself up for hurt and failure. The difference between being friendly and just friends are worlds apart. If you're friendly, you're also open to the idea of flirting with her, of joking with her, and even asking her out. Friends who are just friends won't do that. It's super important for her to see that based on your body language and how you interact with her, that you are looking for something more than just being friends. So that she doesn't just cash into the friend zone as a guy that she met at school, she's close with, and she can talk to about anything that's on her mind. Something you should know going into it is that even if you ask her out in the beginning, she may say no simply because she feels too overwhelmed. She's starting a new grade or at a new school. There's a lot to focus on. School and your parents and making friends, and now a relationship that might just be too much for her. Try your best to not get upset if she says no to dating you. Remember, everything is small steps. So as you connect with her and get to know her better, eventually she may feel like she can handle another thing in her life. What do you think though? Is there a new girl at your school that you want to ask out? Leave your comments below and we'll talk about it. Here's the truth. The asking out part is not the hardest piece of the equation. Once you guys start to really connect, you start to flirt and joke around with each other, asking out can be seamless. What's really challenging is finding someone that you can develop that deeper connection with. Get to know them a little bit better. If you're new at the school, if she's new at the school, use that to your advantage as a way for you two to connect. I know you may feel nervous deep down inside, but I know you have it in you to do this. I believe in you. As always, love and peace.